through the Palmer Hicks Pond here for our first three-star rider on course. Now we might cross over and see if Chris out in the camel paddock can actually turn around.
For those combinations, but just it's around about a stride and a half for the brush arrowhead after the mount, so a little bit tighter than it has been for, a little bit closer than it has been for the previous class. No problems for Sonia, she's through there, does it very easily and hardly missed the beat, so right in a nice rhythm. Just crossing the road now and entering into the camel paddock. Very quick across the country at the moment, and again, just really good rhythm as we've seen her go through the RACV mound without any concern and not really taking too much of a pull, so trying not to slow the horse down too much so she can actually maintain her momentum, use the least amount of energy and to keep clicking off those meters so that she doesn't incur any time penalties later on in the course.
Indeed. Now, Sonia is actually coming to a fence. I don't think you can actually quite sight there, Chris. It's actually the Equestrian Victoria stumps, two narrow stumps situated around the peppercorn trees. Now, the first stump of its own is not such an issue, but they have a left curving line and then they come upon the second stump. And I know some of the three-star riders were concerned because it's a completely blind turn. So we'll be interested to see how Sonia manages as the trailblazer in the class to go through that combination.
Yeah, they're just approaching that fence now. I can just see the first element there as they approach this really tight line, really close, very narrow. She's just over the first one now, turning very sharp, and over the second, no problems for her. In regulation strolling, beautiful jump over the second, so I can get a slight view of those there to keep you updated. Sonia, she's hardly even slowed down to do those fences. They're so narrow, and the second one comes up around the other side of the tree, so it comes up out of nowhere for these horses. They have to jump out of trust to get around those fences. Sonia's continuing along very well at this point. She's now over the insect boxer in the middle of the camel paddock, and she's approaching the lambing shelters of 13 A and B. These lambing shelters are two really big oxes. She's had a bit of a flyer at the first, and she got her a little bit deep to the second, but these horses and riders are so experienced, beautifully through there. Just shortened up for the second one, got herself a nice spot, made them look very fit.
Everything looks so easy to do. I even played on his tail the other day and he did that nicely.
So experienced, beautifully through there. Just shortened up for the second one.
They're lovely. Oh! That's what Megan said. Oh, fuck! Emma. Go, girl! Go, Emma!
Certainly supporting each rider as they come through. That's great to hear. Now, Sonia Johnson kept going through the camel paddock area, and how did she go there?
Yeah, absolutely beautifully through this part of the course. Has jumped over the equisage billabong into the sharp neck splash. It's two jumping efforts required on a downhill into the water, quite a big drop, and then turned over the Verback V, which is a big corner over a ditch. No problems for her either. And the Quest Department's peppercorns, which is a really large oxer with some brush on top. Very quickly, hasn't incurred any penalties so far as she enters back into the camel paddock.
Great, thank you for keeping us updated from out there, Chris. We've got Sonia Johnson now on Pakira Illicit Liaison. She is at that lovely little echidna right at the far edge of the mansion grounds. That's the RT Edgar at the echidna. And we have a new starter on course, and this is Jessica Mitchell by AEC Storm. And then now we're through at the Palmer Hicks Puddle. Yes, we have Jessica here now. Just watching her come through the Master Farriers Association complex, she really did take a lot of time setting up. She obviously wanted to get that line spot on, and the horse did in fact take a flag with him. But then through the water itself, there was a bit of verbal encouragement. Again, just a bit of kick on from the rider, and they managed to stay online without any problems over the double of Brush Ducks. And since then has already negotiated the Helsinki turn to the ski rats. lovely. Now Emma Scott would be right out with you in the camel paddock there, Chris.
Yeah, she is indeed. She's gone through the Equisage Billabong. No problems for her. That fence there. She's now taking the sharp left-hand turn into the shark's net splash. Requires quite a vertical jumping effort. Pops 2 strides in and a little step and into the big drop into the water. She now turns hard right, runs along the side of the bank, comes to that big corner which is over a ditch. Oh, gets a little bit of encouragement with the stick on takeoff, and then a little bit of encouragement after the other side of the jump too, because this horse is just a little bit sticky there and needed a bit more encouragement.
Now we can let you know that Sonia Johnson and Pakira